What did you guys work on or focus on today?
We did a lot of live stuff. We went over some of Miami's offensive actions that they like to get into, how we're gonna cover it, and pretty much that was it. We played.
How are they different this season, would you say?
Obviously, D Wade is more aggressive. He got the ball in his hand more, but they're moving the ball. The way they defend is different than a lot of the teams that cover pick and rolls and stuff like that this now in the league. So we got to get back used to teams trapping and showing on pick and rolls. But offensively, they're moving the ball. They got a lot of guys that touch it, and get back used to D Wade handling and trying to take over the game.
How does that change your job from a defensive standpoint?
I got to be more locked in, I guess, coming off pick and rolls because they got a lot of length. They're really active on the ball when they trap pick and rolls. Even when the bigs show, they're active on the ball. When I pick it up, they're active on the guy cutting to the rim. They're a good defensive team. We got to be ready for that.
When you guys played them last year at home, they didn't have LeBron, so it's almost like for you guys, it's not really all that much different than he's not there anymore.
I think it's more than LeBron that's not there anymore, but it was still tough playing against them. Without LeBron, they beat us, so it's still Chris Bosh out there, still D Wade out there. You got a lot of guys that are capable of hurting us, so we got to be locked in.
Hey, you talked the other night about a conversation you and LA had. I think you said it was about 4.5 minutes left in the game about being aggressive and everything. How do you pick your spots? What's the thought process on that for you?
I guess you look for them a little harder. Coming off pick and rolls, maybe not just settling for the first pass I can make. I guess not bailing the defense out. A lot of times you come off pick and rolls, and the first play you see, you make it. Just by reading the defense. And I think towards the end of that game, it was like, I'm gonna make sure it's nothing there. And if it's not, then I'm gonna try to see who has a good look. But if not, I'm gonna see what LA has, or if Nico is open for a shot, or if West is open for a shot. But it's just asserting yourself more. That's what it came down to.
But how do you decide to do it then and say, not in the second quarter, or the third quarter, or just because time's running out?
The game was on the line.
Yeah.
I think it was at the point in the game where players got to step up. And, the coverages, we were in our coverages. Sometimes they made tough shots. We executed our offense. Sometimes we just maybe got a deflection. They deflected the ball, or we ended up passing up a good shot for another shot, and then it ended up missing shots. So it just came down to the point where we had to step up as a team. Everybody did.
Are you aware that you are leading the league in fourth quarter total points?
I knew I was leading in points per game, fourth quarter points, but I didn't know total points. I know that.
What does that say about your game, especially in the fourth?
A lot of the people on the list, I probably played more games than them, but that's the time of the game where I come alive, I guess.